Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today's video I got a stock for you that I came across about a few days ago, actually 2 days ago, yes. It's a stock that I'm pretty excited about. I've been reading about it. I've been just going through all the, everything you need to know about this stock. I actually bought 2 shares yesterday and I bought 4 shares today as a way of reminding myself to keep this on my watch list. It looked pretty promising as I go through the financials and earnings call. I'm pretty excited about it. So I just want to bring this to you today to see if you want to put this on your watch list as well. It's a stock of the future. The potential here is pretty big in my opinion. And so before we get into this, of course, this is not a financial advice, just my opinion, and it should be used for entertainment purposes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, take a few seconds, do so, show your boy some love, smash that subscribe button, smash the like button, take my channel to the next level. I really appreciate your help. So without further ado, let's jump into it. As you can see here, the company that we're talking about today is called Accelera. Accelera, the ticker symbol is ABCL. That's the ticker symbol. So basically, Accelera, what they do is they discover antibodies. Basically, antibodies that help us boost our immune system. I'm not going to go into the medical part of it, but basically that's what they do. So for a company that makes drugs, this company, Accelera, help to expedite that process. So if you, for example, if you like Pfizer and you come to Accelera and say, oh, we're trying to create a drug based on the disease process. What they would do is use their proprietary technology to expedite that process. And as we go through the video, I'll point out exactly how to do that. And so whenever you invest in a company, it always makes sense when you're doing your due diligence, look at the management first because management is very crucial and a lot of investors don't pay attention to who's the management team is. And to me, that's one of the biggest things that you want to look at before you even dive into anything else. And as you can see, the CEO, Carl Hansen, this guy is pretty stellar. I look at his background. Of course, he says PhD, so he's well-rounded. He's been around the block. He been with a lot of companies, so he knows what's going on. But who I'm really intrigued by in this management group, and first of all, this is a very diverse group. They incorporate women as well. I mean, I'm always a big proponent of, incorporating women as well because we live in a world now where, men always think they're above women, and I don't support that ideology. So to see this, they have women on here too, it's a big thing for me. I have a little girl, 5-year-old, one day she's gonna be in the world too, and I want her to be incorporated anything that she's part of. So it's a good thing to see a diverse group. But this guy right here, Peter Thiel, we all know, a lot of people know Peter Thiel. He's known for his early Facebook investment. Also Palantir, he's like a director of Palantir. So he's a director here as well. So this guy, it doesn't get any better than that when it comes to management as far as directors and knowing what to do. This guy is pretty stellar as well. And so I just want to point this out. We look at their technology and basically what they do. We see so what we do, it says here, we search, decode, and analyze natural immune system to find antibiotic that our partners can develop into drugs that improve health. And so basically that's what they do. They expedite the drug making process. And, they do it in a unique way. As we go through all this, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So after you check out the management, the next thing you want to do is always make sure you look at financials. What is the company working with? Are they in debt? Do they have cash on hand to operate the business? And so as we see here, the market cap is 4.13 billion. It's actually relatively a small company still. But what we really want to look at least for me, the biggest thing I look at is the balance sheet. As we look here, this company has $685.8 million on the balance sheet. That's a lot of cash, So they have a lot of room of cash to operate the business. So as far as me being an early investor or being intrigued by this company, this gives me a confidence to say, you know what, this company have a lot of money, so I can feel comfortable investing in it. If you look at the total debt, almost $20 million. It's 19.41 million. You know, that's compared to the cash they have. That's really nothing. So I like what this company is doing as far as, so they have a good management, they have good financials. So we cover those two. So we'll go to so the earnings call. I went through it like 3 times. You know, I read through it. If you have a chance, just look into it. If you the first paragraph, the CEO just basically, you know, and just welcome everybody and just thank everybody for joining them. But I really want to read this paragraph because I think it's some of the mission or the vision of the company. So if you bear with me real quick and forgive me for the way I read as well, it's pretty choppy, but just So without this, so look at this. He said after he welcome everybody in the earning calls. So what he said. I'd like to pull back and take a few minutes to revisit our long-term vision for what we are building here at Accelerate, for the magnitude of the opportunity that we see before us. Put plainly, our vision is to build the most technologically advanced antibody drug discovery engine in the world and to redefine the state of the art for the industry, not just today, but for decades to come. This is a bold vision. It is one that we are uniquely positioned to achieve. We believe that the technology stack that we have assembled over the last 9 years offers capabilities in the discovery of antibiotics that are already unmatched in combined metrics of speed, versatility, quality, and diversity. And the last part says, despite our leading position today, we are far from done. Over the coming years, we will continue to invest aggressively in building our technology stack to push back the frontiers of what is possible. And so when I was going through this earnings report, when I read this, I'm like, damn, this guy, he's basically, they have this technology now, but he's not complacent. He's not content. He's saying we're going to keep, investing aggressively in R&D to make sure that nobody out there can come and eat our lunch. We're ready for anything, and so we're here to fight. And for me, this is what I want to hear. I like CEOs like this who are aggressive, who sees innovation and not just stay content just because you had something that other people don't have. Continue to innovate. And so I like this. This way I was actually convinced about this just by reading this alone. So I'm pretty convinced now. I might take a little bit more position in this stock. And so as we go through this, but before I show you this, I'll go back to something else I want to point out here. And so this stock is backed by big names, and I pointed out Peter Thiel already. We already know who he is. But there's also other names in here as well. If I can just go through this slide. It's a little different when you on the camera and try to find this information. So I currently can't find it, but this stock is backed by Bill Gates Foundation as well, and also DARPA, actually that's how you say it, DARPA. And DARPA, as you all know, is responsible for the invention of the internet. They behind it. They linked to the U.S. military, and so it don't get any bigger than this. So when it comes to frontline research innovation, they at the forefront as far as funding projects and collaborating with different innovation. DARPA is at the forefront of that, and they are backing this company as well. So that was really good to see. So I'll go back to the earnings call. I'm looking at. No, before that, I'm sorry, I'll go back here. And I'm just looking for here. So this is what actually made put this company on the map, if you can see it. Accelerate hit a mainstream recognition with the development of, this is the drug that it developed. It's called bamlanivimab. Bamlanivimab. It's pretty hard to pronounce, so I just call it BAM. And so this drug, according to this article, it was administered to 4,000 patients and has estimated to have saved over 10,000 lives. And so this is this is what put this company on the map as far as recognition wise. And so a lot of people. And this company was able to develop this drug within 3 months. Now imagine those who familiar with the, developing a drug process, it takes years, maybe 3, 4, 5 years to develop one drug. But with the proprietary technology, they was able to come up with this drug to within less than 3 months, and that's unheard of. And so this drug alone was able to save a lot of people's lives. And for me, sometimes when you invest in the company, you want to know what impact they're having in the world, and to see that this drug was able to do this in less than 3 months, right here, groundbreaking. I'm sorry, I missed this part. It says, so I want to read this paragraph again because I actually missed exactly what it says here. Accelerate mainstream recognition with the development of BAM, that's the drug, and a monoclonal antibiotics infusion developed by Accelerate and Eli Lilly, that's the company that the collaborator with, in a groundbreaking speed of just under 3 months. Imagine that. Oh my God, this is unheard of. So basically, this company is the technology is crazy to develop a drug under 3 months. It's unheard of. So I'm pretty excited about that. So if I go back to the earning call, so just keep in mind the drug that they just developed under 3 months. And matter of fact, I'll go back here again. So how do they make money? So basically they don't usually, when you have a drug company make money, you charge a fee up front, but this company is not doing that. What they're doing is, which is a unique business model. Now, I think the business model is pretty risky in the sense that, so basically what they're doing, so for example, let me just put it into an example so I can explain it better. So if a company like Gilead come to them and say, oh, we want to develop this drug, but we need your help to expedite the process. And so what our Accelerate would do is, expedite that process, but instead of charging Gilead up front, they want to charge a royalty fee and a milestone fee. So that means that if they help you with this drug, and this drug is successful on the market, they want half of what that drug is making. Not half, but most of what that drug is making. And to me, this is brilliant in the sense that we're not charging you right now. We don't want no pennies on the dollar. We're looking at the bigger picture. So this tells me a lot because basically now it tells me that they are confident in their own technology. So they know that they can develop the drug, and therefore they look at the biggest payout. And so me, that's giving as an investor, it gets me juiced up. I love this. I love that they have confidence in themselves. Like they said, always bet on yourself. Don't bet on the horse, bet on the jockey. And in this case, they want to bet on themselves. And I like the business model in this sense. Now, the downside to that is that what if the drug is not successful? Then of course they don't get anything. But what happens is when the initial stage of the drug development, the money that is used for research, to develop the drug, the company who drug is being developed will pay for all those research fees. So Accelerate is not actually responsible in a sense. So they're not spending their own money to fund this project, but they're still getting a bigger payout at the end. Now I'm gonna do another video just to break it down. It's just so much information here, and my brain is just going wild. I just can't believe that a company would do such, was able to come up with a business model like this, and make money like this. So now I want to point out the outcome of the drug that they made with Eli Lilly and how the whole business model play out. And this is what got my blood all pumping. So if you look here, I'm gonna highlight it. So it says we received a royalty revenues of $171 million and a milestone payment of $7 million. These are attributable to the Eli Lilly sales of BAM. That's the drug that they developed with under 3 months. So $171 million in 1 quarter. That's what they received in royalty fees. And so if you look at that $171 million, so as long as this drug is on the market making money, they're going to continue to receive money. Now it might not be $171 million every quarter. It might taper down based on, of course this is a COVID drug, so if the COVID cases are going down, then of course the revenue going to go down. But as long as this drug is on the market, this company, Accelera, will continue to make money, royalty fees on it. And to me, this is brilliant, and I love it. And so I'm pumped about the stock. One more thing I want to show you, if we go back to the website and you look at partnership, this company is, man, it's look at all these people. Look at all these companies. Like we talking about Eli Lilly, we mentioned earlier. We're talking about Gilead. These are the big dogs. We're talking about Merck. Of course, Teva is pretty big too. But we talking about Pfizer. All these big companies they partner with. And to me, like I said, Bill Gates, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. I'm sorry. My mouth is a little dry right now. I'm so juiced up. And so we go back, if we come here to tip ranks, and we look at analyst price target, it's $50.25. It's a strong buy. Currently, the stock is trading at $15.61. And why is that? The company just actually went IPO. But if you look at the charts, the stock has been beat down. Look at this. The stock was like trading at $58, but look at it. It just been, it plummeted to almost like what 70-80% or whatever, to $15.61. And so that's why I'm so intrigued by it, because now that it's down, I want to do all my research and make sure I get into the stock if I really like what I'm seeing. And so far, yes, I do, and I'm excited about it. And I'm going to build my position before it go any higher than this. And so I just want to bring this to your attention and just let you know that this company is doing a lot of good things, and not just because of the financial gain of it, but it making a difference in the world. Now, the guy who wrote this article, he has a price target of, he did a rough estimate, and this is what he came up with. He said by 2030, he sees this stock being $919. Now, I don't know if that's possible. I can't say, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I think it's going to be that. If it is, and I'm in this stock, I'm happy, but I'm not going to predict a price target right now. I'm just excited about what this company is doing, and I want to learn more about it. Of course, I'm going to reach out to the CEO, send some emails, and see what the company vision is. How do they plan on, protecting the business as far as competition-wise? And speaking of competition, they got patent here that they got a lot of patents already in place. They have a lawsuit that is pending with Berkeley Lights. The lawsuit is infringement on proprietary technology, and so hopefully they can win that suit. So somebody infringed on their technology. So this is what I mean. You have to protect what you have. So hopefully they can do that. And so I just want to make the quick video. I mean, it's probably not a quick video. It's not a quick video, but it's just so much here to cover. I went on the Twitter page. I added them on Twitter. So I'm going to reach out to the CEO, CFO, just to pick their brain a little bit, send some emails, see if I can get in contact with them, and I can disclose that on this channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Show your boy some love. Let's make money together. Let's make good financial decisions. So with that, I'll say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.